All right, let's talk safety. Some of these players are hybrid safety linebackers. We talked to Fanga, Marcel Harris. I actually think another guy who would be such a good linebacker in the right situation is Jaquaski Tart. That's how they use him as a rookie. He's so good in coverage. So good in coverage. I'd like to see them use him that way on third down. But he's hurt right now. I'm trying to like take stock, like what we've learned, what's new at this position. Basically, what's new is that Tart's still recovering. He's gonna be back for training camp. In the meantime, the starters are Tarvarius Moore and Jimmy Ward. And Tarvarius Moore's in a contract year. He's always been a better athlete than a football player, but he's getting an entire offseason with the starters. And he's always very good in practice. It's the tackling thing that can get him. He's almost like the Mike McGlinchey of the defense. Like, it's just that one play. It's just that one play. You know what I mean? What you're worried about with Tarvarius Moore.
Right, with the tackling, that is an issue, but I really think that the issue is more the coverage bust at times too, as well. It's really, really evident, especially when you go back to the Arizona game, and there's times, or the Buffalo game in Arizona. That's the one, not the Arizona game, the Buffalo game in Arizona. So many guys just running wide open. Cole Beasley was boogieing by himself, completely. You can tell that's stuff that he really needs to clean up. We know the gifts are there. He can close in, he can close out. That's why they allow him to roam the box. They allow him to be there because he can get back and he can get up for tackles. The problem is if you're giving up those plays that Jimmy Ward and Tart were not giving up in those spots because they're so sound, fundamentally in the scheme, then it becomes more of an issue. What's the point of all those athletic gifts if you can't execute the offense in the proper way? So Tarvarius Moore has a lot to prove at this point. Again, contract year, same with Marcel Harris. Both of those guys could not be on the roster next year. It's very possible. And the same thing with Tart. Tart's got a 1-year deal, honestly. So, I mean, it's really, really like they're fine as far as their depth because they've got guys that they played in big spots. Tarvarius Moore played in the damn Super Bowl. So they've got guys that they can rely on there. But it's going forward. What's going to happen next year? What's going to happen next year if you can't bring back Moore? If you can't bring back Harris? Tart goes somewhere else. That's the thing. Like, let's just say, hypothetically, Tart plays 15 games this year, and he plays at a high level. He could walk and go get paid, and he should, honestly. Yeah. So it's a lot of what's going to happen next year. This year, this team is fine. I think they have enough to withstand it. Hufanga could still go back there and play for a little bit as well, too, especially the way that they use him. It's almost positionless. The same thing. That's why when people talk to me about Jimmy Ward at the free safety spot and Tart at the strong safety spot, man, they just flip them back and forth, honestly, when they do too high. It's not really that big of a deal. So that's how versatile they both are. So I think they're fine in safety, honestly.
Last Second Sports says Obi Melifonwu. They cut him. He's gone. But let's talk about some of their depth. I've liked Jared Maiden. I think he's interesting. They may keep him on the practice squad, but he's someone to keep in mind. Also, they have a cornerback named Mark Fields who wears 25. So I don't think Richard Sherman's coming back. Just wanted to throw that out there. Also, Tavon Wilson, he gave up a long catch to George Kittle the other day, but he has a pick. He's a veteran who might make the team or be a vet practice squad guy. Who else? Kai Nakua is a guy who's been
special teamer. I don't think he makes it to the I don't think he makes it though to the roster, honestly. So when you're talking about guys that you can rely on, I think that they're fine, honestly.